All right. Next up is going to play a game, I think. So I think what we're going to start off with now is kind of talking through just the game rules as I know it and going from, what the base game was like to what Dune Imperium Uprising is like, okay? So yeah, we'll start that off. Alrighty. Little sip there. Okay, so we're going to do solo play here. We're going to go against the AI. We're going to play not the base game, but Uprising. We are not going to play with Rise of Ix or Immortality. We're not even going to use the base player leaders. I forget if I allowed or if I've done that before, but that's interesting. But not with base leaders either. So no variants. We're going to play with the chill module. So the chill module gives the contracts, the short-term goals that you can collect and complete for wars. So we're going to play with those for sure. If you don't play with the chill module, I think every time you complete a contract in the game, you just get 2 Solari straight up. But it's like contracts are so cool. They're optional things that you get to interact with and play around. So we're definitely playing with those. If you don't play with this, it also takes out cards that are Chome based. In the top left corner, it'll have that kind of red icon. So we want to play with those cards as well, basically. So we're going to have that on. The AI difficulty is going to be hard for sure. And I like doing draft style leader selection. So we're going to do that. And let's create this game. We're going to do a 4-player game. Alrighty, cool. Here we go. So, one note. Differences from base game to Uprising. We've got new leaders. Just a revamped version of the base game, different playing board, different mechanics, different cards, different leaders, different intrigues, different conflict wars, all of it. All of it's been revamped and kind of updated. So, yeah, let's see here. We've got, whoa, what the heck? Why did player 4 not choose? Huh, maybe that's a glitch. Okay, so I'm player 1. I think I go first, but the player 4 should have chosen a character. Here we go. We got Lady Amber Matuli. Sorry if I mispronounce these. We got Phaedratha Harkonnen. He's cool. He's classic. Notice him from the game, or from the movies. We got the Princess Urulan, who we just went against. Very cool, very cool. We have Lady Jessica, such a cool character. We got Shadam Corino, the 4th, and we've got Staban Tuek. So all these are cool. So yeah, so we got difficulty 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. I could go through the characters' abilities, but this isn't the full set of lists. You just get to choose from 6 kind of thing and draft it, which usually goes from the person who's going to go last to the first. So I don't know what's going on here, but it is what it is. Lady Jessica is very cool. She has 2 forms. So when you send an agent to a Bene Gesserit board space, you may return all your memories to your supply, drawing a card for each one. Then your leader becomes the Reverend Mother Jessica. So you have a leader who straight up changes as you play this game. It's so cool. And then what her signet does is Spice Agony. So if you pay a spice, you get an intrigue, and you move a troop from your supply to the Bene Gesserit area of the board, and it's a memory now. So basically, you use your signet a few times, and then you go to a Bene Gesserit square, and you consume all your memories and transform towards Reverend Mother Jessica, which has different abilities straight up. So now, if you spend a water, you get to repeat the effects on a Bene Gesserit or a Fremen board space that you send an agent to this turn. So you just get the option to spend water to get more buffs on those squares that you go. And then Water of Life, you can pay a spice to get a water. So it kind of feeds into itself. Same here. So that's very cool. She's kind of cool to interact with in that way. Phaedratha is pretty cool, nice as well. You can retreat a spy to get 2 swords. Personal training is really cool. where you can move your 5 token one space to the right on your training track, earning the reward on the new space. So he has a built-in tracker, basically, which is really cool to see. You start here, and then you can either choose, pay a Solari to trash a card or get a spy. Then you just get a trash, and then you can go this route or this route. And then every time, once you're here, you get this when you play your Signet. So what's really cool about him is this new trashing area that's pretty easy to get to, where this game usually does not have a lot of trashing mechanics. You deck build in this game for sure, but you only trash maybe twice in a game, if that, maybe 3 times if you're feeling it, So trashing is fun. I think it's cool. It lets you slim your deck, and it makes you feel less bad for just bloating your deck with cards, kind of thing. So it's cool to have that with him. And he can also fight with spies, so that's also a cool nuance if he wants to get spies here and fight. So he's kind of cool as well. This person's pretty simple, so I don't think I'll play her. We just went against the princess. I won't look at what they do for right now. He is very interesting. He's a level 3 difficulty for sure. But let's take a look at the other option that I don't know if I want to choose the Emperor. So he gets both of the Sardaukar contracts that exist in the game, and I can only acquire them during the game. So he's like Sardaukar commander. And he also gets this pretty strong signet where he gets a Solari and a troop, or he can pay 3 Solari to go up in a faction, but he can't deploy units to the conflict during his turn when he plays this ability. So like he can't recruit this and then put troops in. So he kind of gathers resources, which is pretty cool. And then he can like upgrade himself, and he can utilize the contracts from Sardaukar commander ability at his own leisure almost. He needs to acquire them and then play. I think I've messed that up before, but he could be resource heavy and kind of, he's the emperor of the known universe. He takes his time, bides his time, and strategically plans. So other memories is kind of tough, but I do like Bene Gesserit pairings in this game. So we're going to go Lady Jessica, right? We have Moabdi, we have Paul Atreides, we have the Duke in the base game. Why not go Lady Jessica, keep it going in this theme for House Atreides. There we go. All right, we're fading in. We've got Fade Rotha starting us off. So it lied. Yeah, the order in which what just occurred for draft was wrong. That is kind of weird. But it is what it is. So, take another step back here as we go through the rules of this game and just differences between base and Uprising. Right off the bat, all these locations, or the board is different, right? So, we have Fremkit here, which lets you draw a card now instead of get water like in the base game. We have Desert Tactics, which costs the water, and instead of giving you 2 troops, it gives you 1 troop and a trash ability, right? So the trash ability is moved here, whereas it was in the Bene Gesserits, but now it's Fremen. So kind of interesting changes here, but I like it. And I've got to kind of pair that with the water here on Deliver Supplies. So the water used to be in Fremen, but now the spacing one has it for Deliver Supplies rather than the wild card to go to any board space. I really like this change because it kind of showcases like, okay, I might need to go spacing to get the water now rather than just Fremen, but you need Fremen in order to get a water here. So it really separates out the strategy of where to go in these orders. So without Rise of Ix, this space wasn't very used in the base game much at all. So I think this updated version of the base game really helps. Sorry, we're going to turn this down just a tad. And we're going to go one time. Really helps kind of span that out. So you don't have to play with Rise of Ix to make this space be worthwhile. It just is worthwhile now. So all of these spaces just feel a little more worthwhile to me rather than just being so pointed. Like everybody went Fremen, everybody went to this space in the base game. Some people went here, some people went here. Like these were always the last places to go. But now it's like pick and choose, kind of more diversified. So then we've got secrets, the classic same board space. You get intrigue, or you can steal if someone has more than 3. Then we get espionage, and this is the place that lets you get a spy now in the game. So that's really cool. You draw a card, get a spy. It only costs 1 spice instead of 2. And in the other base game, you had to pay 2 spice to go here to trash a card to draw 2. You just draw 1. So that's really cool. I like that space. Just talked about deliver supplies. Highliner's different. It only costs 5 spice now. And you don't get 2 water, which is a lot. But you do get the 5 troops. So 1 less spice for 5 troops rather than you get 2 water when going here as well. I think this is cool. It makes it much less prominent. It kind of off takes this and incentivizes worms as well. I already told you my qualm with the worms. The doubling of rewards feels a little not thought through. You know, you need to make sure you're balancing the conflicts, and then a lot of conflicts give you troops, and then it just feeds into itself. It's like, if you're fighting, you need to pick and choose when you fight. You shouldn't just get troops back, kind of thing. But what this is doing is it's offsetting more places for people to get troops to fight with. So obviously here, right, that was the normal area. But you can use sandworms now, which are worth 3 fighting power. So there's a few more options there. And then there's also an Uprising expansion that has come out that even gives you more options, which I really enjoy. But the base game, I think, does a decent job of kind of separating out where you can get troops and things like that. So here, this is new, dutiful service. You can take a contract over here. And then Sardaukar is different as well. You don't get Solari for going here, but you get 4 troops and a entry card. So rather than 2 troops, you get 4. So it's kind of like a recruitment area. You can still gather support here, which is cool, but this is recruitment kind of area as well now. This is the same, but now you get a spy by getting up to the Emperor rather than 2 troops. So that's kind of our factions over here. Very cool. You also have these observation posts on every one of the factions, so that's kind of cool as well. All right, let's move over into the base kind of squares. We've got Imperial Basin, classic. It's the same square going on here. Haga Basin, same name, but it works a little different, where if you have a Maker Hook, you can also recruit a Sandworm instead of getting the 2 spice. And then the Maker's spaces work the same way as in the base game. Then Deep Desert is different than the other board space in the base game. This one costs 3 water instead of 2. And it lets you get 4 spice for going there. Or if you have a Maker Square, you can recruit 2 Sandworms. So this one is a very interesting board space. I feel like Sandworms can pretty easily get monopolized in this game. And if you're able to get and monopolize water, this can become very powerful. In theory, it should be pretty hard to do that, but I've seen it done, and if you can do it, you kind of run away with the game because you can double rewards and such, if you ask me. Or what will occur is there will be these games where you might be at 5 victory points, but you could go up 5 victory points in 1 round by having sandworms into the fight because you duplicate victory point rewards. And it creates this game where people can just pop off with 1 singular round, where I don't know if I really like that kind of aspect. I kind of liked the aspect of people were more neck and neck rather than jumping all over the place. But it does make for some exciting gameplay. It's kind of an interesting balance and nuance going on. It's another qualm of mine. I think those are kind of the 3 big ones. The doubling of rewards from sandworms, the getting back of troops from conflicts, and kind of this way with the sandworm doubling. So it's kind of the 2 things, but the sandworm double creates plays where people can jump 4 victory points, maybe even 5 in a round. And that usually happens towards the end of the game where you're at 5 and you jump 5. So it's kind of crazy to have that occur, basically. Alrighty. All right, so yep, there's that. Those are the 3 spice maker squares. We have Arakeen, same thing as before. We have Spice Refinery, which is different. So this one lets you get spice. It's more at a low level to get Solari. It's at a lower level to get Solari rather than needing to get it elsewhere from base game, where you could trade spice for Solari. You just do it here instead. So you can choose. You can pay 0 spice, so nothing, to get 2, or you can pay 1 to get 4. That's what that board space kind of does. And then you have Research Station, which is this. No, this is different. You only get 2 cards, not 3 cards. And you get troops, though. So this lets you fight. So this is like the augmented from Hardy Warriors almost. It lets you fight and get cards for 2 water. And then we have Siege Tower, which is different. Still has the Fremen capabilities, where you need 2 influence of the Fremen to go here. But you can get a Maker Hook, a Troop of Water, like before, plus this. Or you can get just the water and break the shield wall. And then these squares are behind the shield wall as well, which is different. So that's kind of the main area, board spaces. Next, we have the contract space, right? So this is your kind of basic square to get contracts and draw with the yellow, and then you can grab one of these. This is new, shipping, which is kind of built in, which was a thing in Rise of Ix, but it's built in kind of now. And it's 2 influence with the spacing. So where I was pointing out that this square just becomes so valuable with the Rise of Ix expansion in the base game, they've kind of built it in now to where there's options for every faction with 2 influence. 2 influence here, Fremen. 2 influence with Bene Gesserits is here. You get 2 influence to prepare the way. 2 influence with the Spacing Guild is to go here, pay 3 spice to get 5 Solari and go up in a faction. Very cool. And then 2 influence with the Emperor allows you to go here, which you can try to trade out some intrigues. You get to recall a troop and you draw a card for 3 Solari. So it's like a revamped Mentat kind of thing here. So 2 influence with any of these gives you a place to go and plan out, which I think is very cool that they did that. In the base game, they only had Fremen pairings, and then that was it for the board spaces, really. There wasn't anything else, unless you played with Rise of Ix. So now that they have a dedicated location for every faction, that's really cool, and I enjoy that. So there's that. Then you have Gather Supplies. You can pay 0 Solari to get 2 troops, or you can pay 2 to get 2 troops in the water. Gather Support. Assembly Hall is kind of that basic get an influence point, but you get an intrigue here instead. So no longer do you get the blue square intrigue, you get it here. So that's kind of cool. I like that because you don't get a fight when you get that intrigue. You have to kind of wait. Swordmaster works a little different. If you pay for 8 Solari, the first person, everybody else only pays 6 from then on. So that's kind of a new augment, but other than that, it's the same thing. This one, Imperial Privilege is new. Kind of talk through it. You need 2 with the Emperor. Pay the 3 Solari. You get to swap out an intrigue if you want. Recall an agent of yours and draw a card. So this is like a new advanced Mentat, basically. It kind of makes that early game, a little more strategic, and this can still be powerful if you get stuck here without being able to go to these factions, because if you can spend the money, this almost gives you that like level of, oh, I get to see what everybody else does first, and then I will play my turn kind of thing. So that's cool. And then here, give me 1 sec. Alrighty, so finally we have High Council, which works different, right? So you can get your High Council seat for the same cost of 2 influence. However, you can go here again. So if you've already gone here, the next time you'll get these rewards instead. So you get 2 spice, an intrigue, and 3 troops. So if you have a ton of Solari, you kind of just need that buff. You can go here again, which is really cool. It's kind of cool to see that there's a board space that you can reutilize, and you don't need to wait to use it again, basically. So that's kind of nice. Alrighty, so I think we went through all the board spaces there. Wars are a little different. You have the battle icon. If you pair the battle icon, you then get a victory point. And when we start, we each get a random one. So in a 4-player game, it's 2 and 2, where I got a crysknife and they got desert mouse, and this guy got crysknife. So that's cool. So him and I, for conflict 1, are kind of incentivized to get this crysknife because then we'll get a victory point. Alrighty, so that's kind of how that works. Maybe I want to go for this war, but it's only level conflict 1 rewards, so, give or take. Alrighty, and then the entire deck is different as well. So there's going to be new cards all throughout, and we talked about the spy mechanic where you can take a spy back to draw a card or to infiltrate the space with your agent, even if somebody else's agent is there. So that's kind of how the spies work. We talked about contracts, where if you get the contract and then go to that board space, you would get the rewards from that contract, and then some other cards have effects based off the amount of completed contracts you might have. So that's how that works. Spice Must Flow is the same thing, although different art, I believe. So when you buy this, you get a victory point, just like normal. Costs 9 influence, very cool. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Sandworms, we said, give you double rewards from the conflict. Some conflicts you can't put sandworms in unless the shield wall is broken. I think that's a general differences from base to Uprising, or how Uprising works. And yeah, to kind of give an overarching idea of why do I like some of these changes is from base game to Uprising. The deck building, or the deck cards, I feel like are more balanced. There are good cards, obviously, but there's not like crazy cards in certain ways like there are in the base game. The intrigues in this game are much, much more balanced. They're not absurd intrigues. Sorry. I just got a message from Rosh. And is the game bugged on the reveal? I revealed for 1+ that I had. I'm not quite sure what that means. Is the game revealed or revealed for 1+? Doesn't sound bugged. I haven't played a round yet because I've been talking through the game, but let me know or let me share you a pic. Oh, you want to share me a pic? Sure, interesting. I'm not sure if it's bugged. Anyway, to kind of talk through the base game changes in Uprising again real quick. So the intrigues are more balanced, I was saying. And what is going on? We have Sedgehammer here now talking to him and saying that you can Alt F4. I would restart the game normally, is what I would do if I were you. Thank you, Sedgehammer, for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah. I think Sedgehammer, I think what he's saying is if... Oh, that's loud. That's the follow kind of sound that you get for that. But thank you, appreciate it. Thank you too, Raj. Appreciate it. It's loud. I don't know where the sound comes from. I think Streamlabs has a follow sound that is just blasting when that happens, but it's exciting, I guess. I have seen a few bugs. So in the tutorial, there was a bug, and actually starting this game, there was a bug. I was the 4th player to go on the screen, but that is not how leader selection worked. Although maybe the logic was correct, but the UI was bugged to start. So I'm not too sure. Sorry, back to wrap up base to Uprising kind of thoughts. So I was saying intrigues, more balanced. I love that. Intrigues in the base game were kind of cracked. Some of the end game intrigues, if you just had them, you kind of won, which is a bit of a bummer. In this game, every now and then, it can get frustrating, though, where you have an intrigue, but you just can't play it because of requirements. And you're just getting stuck with these silly intrigues that you just can't use, and they're not even very beneficial to you. So that can be a bummer, but I do enjoy the fact that the intrigues are more balanced, if you ask me, in this game. Other aspects, spies, goated, contracts, awesome. I like that there's new mechanics with fighting. The board spaces feel more balanced to me. I love the synergies that you can do with factions kind of built into the game. And the final thing, the leaders feel more balanced to me as well. They're good leaders, but they're not insane like the Baron or the Duke or the Beast from the base game. So I think the characters are a little more balanced overall. But I love this game in the in Uprising format. Just kind of playing through it. It's really really good, really fun. And yeah, we'll get into it here. We'll start playing the game, and I'll kind of talk through my strategy, what I've done in person, and we'll go from there, kind of thing. But yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Sedge and Roth, for. I didn't play on Assembly Hall. And I didn't play on Assembly Hall. I don't know if I can see your images. Sorry to say. So you didn't play at Assembly Hall. You revealed for 1+. Maybe I'll see some reveal mechanics here shortly. I do not. I think I probably filter out URLs just in case. It's kind of like a security thing. I like not having shipping. Yeah, sorry about that, Raj. And maybe if you describe it a little more, I'm not really sure. Maybe as I play this game, I'll catch some things as well. But yeah, I don't think yeah, it's gonna redact it just for security reasons. Sorry about that. I like not having shipping. I agree with that. Or are you saying you don't want this game to have shipping, or you like not having the X version of shipping? Yeah, I don't think I will. I'm not going to click the link. Sorry, Raj. I'll answer any questions if you can describe them here. But I appreciate you kind of hanging out. So just for security reasons, sorry about that. I like the base Uprising doesn't have shipping track. Yeah, that's an interesting point. One thing that I kind of mentioned is I revealed for 4 persuasion, but the game shows 5. Oh, you know what? Are you playing Gurney? Are you playing Gurney Halleck leader? Yeah. So if you're playing Gurney, if you reveal for 6+ fighting in the war, you get +1 influence or persuasion. Oh, you're playing. Okay, well, interesting. You could get +1 from an intrigue, perhaps. If you revealed for 4 and you like played an intrigue, you got +1 somewhere. That could be the case. In this game, you could get an extra persuasion. No Assembly Hall. In this game, you could get a persuasion if, I don't know, there could be some side effect from a card that gives you an extra persuasion, perhaps. But I'm not too sure. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Take the 5 persuasion this time around and go for it. Oh, so I was saying, sorry. So for the shipping track, so in Rise of Ix expansion with the base game, this square here became too competitive. I agree wholeheartedly. And it just made the shipping track crazy, right? But now you can kind of pick and choose what you want to go for. So if somebody does go for this water, you can kind of combat that by like going Fremen instead or doing some other things on the board, I think, a little bit. And I think the 3 spice is a good cost point to make this kind of tough to get towards, where you have to spend a lot of turns to achieve this kind of effectively. But yeah, what I'm hoping is Yeah, the shipping track is a very interesting one. From when I've played in person, I've been okay with this, but I don't know. I can understand the frustration with it too. I think that makes sense. But yeah, all right. Let's. Yeah, feel free to ask any more questions if you have them. It's kind of cool to see others playing this. That's awesome. Um, so we're just gonna go through and talk through some of my strategy. I guess we're playing Lady Jessica here, and we're gonna see how this goes. Alrighty, so I'm up. We just have Fade Roth to go. He went to got a spy from his signet ring, most likely. He got 2 Solari. Okay, I have free reign to go here, here, use my signet, but I need a spice to do so. So we might use the Seek Allies, but what Seek Allies do I want to go with to start? Maybe we do pull a shipping as opposed to what just Sledgehammer just said. Because we could go here, or do I want to buy a card? That's a good question. Huh. Oh, what would have been really cool in this game is if they had the Family Atomics token from Immortality to let you refresh the Imperium row. I think if that was built in somehow, like you have to pay to refresh once per game or something, kind of like a Swordmaster, like you can only get this once per game. I think that would have been super cool because it's just a good mechanic, right? Like if these are all bad cards that no one buys, it just doesn't get refreshed and it can kind of slow down that deck building process. And it's also RNG. If somebody just buys one eventually and then you see the Imperium row and just a better card pops up that they would have bought, like that. I think that would have been kind of cool to add too. But anyways, do we want to buy Signet? I think we might want to grab a water, or we could get a card. I could go for the win too, though. Let's see what people do. We're going to grab a water. Getting that resource is always nice. It does kind of lock us in towards this, but we'll go from there. All right, Arakeen. Okay, we're going to go 2x speed. Sorry. Okay, puts in 3 troops. We have a Frem kit. Gets a card, puts in 1 troop. So 3 troops, pretty good. We have no daggers. So that's something to know. We have 2 water already. It's true, though I go back and forth about that. Family Atomic could make playing harder because the row would just get blown up. Yeah, I agree. I think that makes sense. I think if there was like, oh, you had to pay Solari to do Family Atomics a certain amount or something, that would be kind of cool. Like, what if Family Atomics was built in here somehow? Or Family Atomics was built in here. Like, you pay the 8 or the 6, and then if you go here again, it costs like, what, 5 Solari, 4 Solari? Then once per game, each character could pay 4 or 5 Solari, whatever, if they go here a second time as well to blow up the row. That way, like, the game progresses normal, but then if you want to switch it up for yourself, you could go here to Family Atomics and, I don't know, get some troops or something. But yeah, I agree. It is something to think about, kind of go back and forth on. I think it'd be really cool if this digital game, because this digital game's UI, ease of use is so phenomenal, so fun, so good playing games over and over. There is Tabletop Simulator, right? But I don't know, this version I've just enjoyed so much. If they developed a way to do a make your own Dune version with your own rule set, that would be dope. You could choose the cards you want to play with. You could choose your own rule sets. You could choose all sorts of stuff like that. So like whatever you think is cool, we could just do. Like that would be dope. I think that'd probably take a lot of work, and obviously there's still more of this game to add into because they haven't put everything into the digital format yet, but that'd be kind of cool. Okay, we need to determine if I want to use Signet and get an intrigue or not. Do I want to fight? I don't know. Dang. It's been a while since I played this. Let's do it because it's her ability. We got an intrigue. Oh, wow. Huh. Opportunism. Okay. I won't fight this time around. Oh, the bots only put 1 in. That's kind of new. Usually these bots are just dumb and throw everything in. Getting some contracts. Revealing for 6. We have 5. He takes the 5-er. Ooh, this card is insane. Maker Keeper is just insane. Once they get Bloodlines and whatever that newly developed expansion is in the digital game, then yeah, they should totally add custom modes. That'd be so dope. Yeah, Bloodlines is the new one, and also 3v3 mode. I don't know if 3v3 mode exists for this game format yet, but 3v3 mode in this game is so much fun. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And then Bloodlines, I really like Bloodlines too. Actually, I've only played it once, but I liked it a lot because there's more fighting aspects. And like in this game, usually Solari can kind of get muddled and not worthless to a degree, but Bloodlines gives you more options to utilize Solari. So yeah, but 3v3 I'm looking forward to. I would like 3v3 in this game. It's so good. All right, let's reveal here. Got some options. A Fremen bond. If you discarded a Spacing Guild card. Whoa. This is just a better Truth Trance. It's just not Bene Gesserit. I guess we're kind of going towards Bene... No, we went Spacing. Here's a Spacing. I have 5. I can go Spacing. Why not? Buy the lower one first. And then get Guild Envoy. Cool. That's actually a cool synergy. Let's go with that. Alright, this guy reveals for 6. Dude, now I just have Rosh issue with the persuasion playing in my mind. I'm just like, how the heck is that occurring? This is Spacing Guild too. Okay, good stuff. Alrighty. New War. I didn't see who won that, but it's on me. Okay, so he did, and he got a VP for doing so. Alrighty, next turn, I go first. We've got 2 daggers this time. Something to note. Maybe drawing a card would be nice, and getting up in Fremen. It's my goal to get to the 8-coster. I have 2 water, which is nice for this square. And getting Fremen towards Makerhook would be good. It's a lot to learn. I've played 3 games so far, and I don't have a handle on anything yet, really. Oh, okay. Are you new to Dune Imperium, or are you talking Bloodlines? Or are you talking 3v3? Ton of okay. Nice, that makes sense. Yeah, this one's cool. Oh my, oh, broski. Props, man. 1,200 hours, dang. Like, I love this game. I've even run tournaments that I've tried with my friends, but I don't have 1,200 hours game. That's awesome, dude. That's so cool. Alrighty. I think we're gonna go here. Draw a card. Go up in the Fremen, and we are gonna fight because of this thing. I don't like that they give you troops back. I just really don't. But we're going to throw in the troop because I get a troop back if I win. So let's do it. Yo, this is dope art. So good. Yo. Alright, I was not paying attention again. Okay, so we got the water. They went Haga, interesting. And we have a Desert Tactics, cool. Alrighty, well, for my plan, I would like to... Do I just need to get some more Solari? I can't get another water. Interesting. I could fight more, which I might, but I might want to do that. Kind of just want to go Spacing Guild style, I think. So we could go here. Get a troop and draw a card. I wonder what we'll draw. I don't necessarily want to draw, but it'd be... I could get Solari, though. Whoops. Ooh, opportunism. Sure, let's do that. Go. Alrighty, we're gonna reveal here. We're definitely gonna grab the 1er for Spacing Guild and the 2er for Spacing Guild. See how this goes. Ho ho. Such a cool card. Alright, end my turn there. You get to prepare the way. Oh, priority contracts. That one's cool. So many paths and a full-on city? Dang. We have the princess and the princess in the card as well. Alrighty, we won that war. So we're at level 2 in the Fremen. Very cool. So I have 3 water as well, guys. I could literally go here. That's awesome. And I can discard a Spacing Guild card to gain 2 cards and go to a faction, which would also be awesome. I could trash a card. Really don't have a ton of spies though. Let's see. Got a lot of options here. So nobody has 3 water. So this is kind of for me. I don't have a maker hook, but I could get one already and fight. It's not really worth for this. Signet, I have 0 spice. Let's go get spice here, sure. And then I could just grab this. So let's do this. We're gonna discard, grab cards, go up. And then we're gonna get spice this next round. Nice. Using some intrigues, trashing, Imperial Basin. Then we're gonna Signet here. We're gonna pay. We're gonna grab the 4. And so far, I could get 3rd tier rewards. Oh wow, I got one of these. That's funny. We'll throw the 1 in just in case. 10 reveal. Wow. Gets a Spiceman's Flow already. He's at 4. Dang. I wish I had 6. Oh, but I can get the 3. Reveal. Yeah, well, if I can play spies for sure. I mean, I have 2 influence with the Fremen. And it is such a good card. If I can trash, I guess, I can trash blues for this one instead. And my turn. Wow, we all tie? That'd be crazy. Be nice if I could have gotten there maybe, but it's fine. Alrighty, this one's blocked from worms. We're only at 2 Solari, but I have spice to do this now. But I'm the only one who can do that, so I can go elsewhere to begin with. Interesting. Maybe we do this. And or I could get a spy though. I like getting into my cards though. Nice. I get Solari for doing that, I guess. And we'll draw. Okay. Oh, I could break this. I needed my maker hook. Alright. And my turn. I do have 2 daggers. Oh, but I was gonna go here. Sad. I think I just need a down turn to do that, you know. Maybe I should have gone here. Would I've had enough? No, I think I would have been 1 Solari off. So we are... Oh, bummer. Yeah, we're not gonna buy anything. He wins again, dang. He gets a maker hook. All right, I will go here. Be nice if I could get a maker hook. Sure. Oh, he has a worm. He has a hook? He has a hook. What? I didn't see that. Don't have any spies on the board. Okay. Whoa. Dang, man, that is crazy card. Double rewards for that guy too. He's gonna be coming from my alliance. Holy. Dang. I was gonna go down in that with this, but I guess I can't anymore. My goodness. Got an intrigue. Alrighty, let's think here. We could consume this finally. Could go here. Then consume. He's got 3 and a maker hook. I have the 3. I could just go here. But I can't get worms. It's a no worm fight though, technically. Is it worth me taking all that spice? Sure it is. Why not? I don't know if I'm playing the best. Kind of wish they had the 8 and 6 next to each other and then just had one highlighted accordingly, not just switch it. Because it's really cool on the actual board how that looks. I could recruit troops too. I have a lot of options here actually. Seven spice. It's a good amount. Good chunk of change. Do I want the Benny for the 1 and a spy? Or do I want something else? I would get 3 cards, so the idea would be to buy this or this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Haha, there we go. We did an achievement. Let's go. We're at 10 buy power. Oh, that's lets me go there if I wanted. Could still get troops, which could be nice. Maybe I want some more water. Can't go here. Spiceman's Flow is what I could buy, or I could get this for fun. I don't know. I'm really hoping I can use this intrigue. Dang. Man, that's craziness. What? Oh, he's gonna take that. Okay, I guess we get a... Oh, I'm still third, even with all that. Dang. We can put a spy somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's a Spacing Guild card. Oh, that's so cool. Spiceman's Flow is a Spacing Guild card. That's awesome. Really cool for synergies. Well, that's kind of sucky. Very sucky card pulls. All right, let's try and close this out. The idea is to maybe get this, Could go for this. Well, I don't. Well, could. And we'll grab this while we can. Oh, I could draw a card. Okay. Bummer I drew that, actually. Kind of wanted to go here. I do have the 5, though. This could be helpful, though. Yeah, we're going to take my favorite card. See, 19 power? Holy crap. Oh. Alrighty, so we can go anywhere here, which is very nice. Whoops. Oh, draws me one? Dang. Oh boy. I think she just wins with that. That's going to be a hard fight. So I'd get 1/2 water. Be a 9. 7, 8, 9. Oh, we're only going to 10. I don't have Solari. If I had the Solari, then I could do this. Well, I can do it here. I need Solari though. Okay, it's not the end of the world. What would be nice is if I could go here and still get a card. I need 2 Solari. 2 Solari. Can't. "19 power, sheesh." Dang, didn't get that one. Bummer. So... Hmm. I don't know. It'd be nice if I could buy Spice Must Flow. I guess that's the goal. It's gonna do... Oh no. Okay, I guess we're gonna go here then. Nice, finally. Um... This reveals for 1 and a spy. But if we go here, we can draw a card, which is very low to get 2 buy power. Here, we can still get an intrigue. Should we just do some crazy intrigue shenanigans for fun? I think we should. Oh my, and we get a convincing. Oh my, and we get this. I don't have 2 spies on the board, sadly. I'm not going to get another. So what we're gonna do is this to get that. And oh my gosh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. This is some craziness. So we're gonna do this to go here, to go here, to do this. Dang. To do this. Dang. To do this. We can wait on that. No way, bomber. Don't really know how that occurred. Oh, it's with the aider. That's how. Dang. Alrighty. It is what it is. One card in there wouldn't make it, but I don't really need to do that. I guess that makes my choice easier to go here and here. Or I could do here though, but I can't quite. So we'll do this. We'll go down here and here. Wait, okay, boom. Here. Here. Buy this. End my turn. That's all I can do. This was an interesting game, very odd in terms of what I was doing. I kind of just bought Spiceman's Flows and had intrigues that gave me victory points and factions for sure. This guy was popping off for a sec. These bots came back pretty well. They fought way more than I did. Way more. Which is fine, it's kind of crazy. Okay, so he's going to do his thing. No sandworms, though. He gets to 10. He had an alliance. He gets to 12. Or 11. Wow. So he was very close. That's crazy. That's a very interesting game. So we had starting 2 alliance tokens. Dang, 2 of them. We had 3 on the progress. We had 3 Spiceman's Flow, Opportunism, Strategic Stockpiling twice. What? Secure Spice Trade. Resource can. Oh, so yeah, I had an intrigue for 3 water and 5 spice to get these 2, which is weird. And 1 for going down into factions, paying 2 Solari. And then this is an endgame card. Very interesting kind of game. Compared to Influence, 1 battle, 2 Spiceman's Flow, battle icons, he had 3. Very interesting. Wow. Shadow Alliance, and he got 1 for Shadow Alliance too. Dang. That's an interesting game from him too. More normal here. I did 0 contracts. Some spies came into play. My deck was getting pretty large. What it is, what it is. But yeah, I was talking a little bit during that, kind of talked through some of my strategy, my thought process. And yeah, went through the whole base game to this game, had some people join, which was fun. So yeah, there's the kind of initial gameplay part of this series as well. I think going from here, we might just play another game. But I also might kind of stop it and do some tier lists of the characters as kind of a snippet. And maybe even the cards if I want initially, and then I could later down the road go back and like update those, which could be kind of fun. But yeah, we'll see where we go. So we'll maybe do that, and then maybe we'll just continue playing some games, talking through my strategies, playing through them. And then what we'll do is we'll start doing some of the challenges. So yeah, thanks for joining me on this series, Dune Imperium Uprising Digital. It was a lot of fun with talking to some people who popped in. And yeah, we'll continue this, and hopefully we'll see some more people joining. Thanks for watching. Till next time.